This is Hannibal here from The Hannibal TV on YouTube. Some might say the best wrestling YouTube channel online. I appreciate it, good sir. And this is my weekly review of the points I find interesting in Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer newsletter. So let's jump into it. There's a lot of news this week. Christmas week 2025. Ric Flair is suing his Woo energy drink, which was also involved with, I guess, his weed brand and various other projects, for $50 million. They were his sponsor for a while as well, and they had to do with him appearing in AEW. Supposedly, he's been under AEW contract for almost 2 years. His contract ends at the end of this year. They only used him about 5 times or so. I guess they didn't feel that he had much value at this stage of his career. But they're suing him related to embezzlement, criminal wire fraud, money laundering, and extortion, among other things. This does kind of sound like a money laundering type thing, this whole Ric Flair Woo energy drink, because you don't see it anywhere. It's bizarre, and I'm just saying that I don't know much about it, other than them talking about it on AEW and Ric Flair talking about it. I've never actually seen it for sale anywhere. So a very bizarre situation. Dave Meltzer is reporting that it is out of business, but if you go to the Woo Energy website, they are still selling it on the website. So I don't know if they've just stopped production of it and are selling whatever's left or what, but I don't think they're going to get 50. Like, I don't know who owns that company, but where are they going to get 50 million from? Who knows? We'll see what happens. And will he live long enough to get the payoff of that lawsuit? Chris Jericho looks like he might be coming to WWE as early as January 5th. He was not on the last AEW pay-per-view of the year, which was yesterday, which the main news of the pay-per-view is he wasn't there. Instead, he appeared on the Winnipeggers podcast and hinted that he might be going to WWE. Apparently, his contract runs out at midnight, January 31st, so in just a couple days. The Raw Netflix anniversary show is January 5th. He's expected to possibly show up at that because it's at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Again, the biggest populated area of the U.S. Millions and millions of people in New York City. Only about 7,000 pre-sold right now for a 19,000-seat arena. So they need to get some buzz around that, and WWE was not in the Netflix top 10 shows for the week again last week. So I think announcing him for the January 5th show would be good. It's kind of a slap in the face. Thanks for Kyle for becoming a member, by the way, helping support this channel. It's kind of a slap in the face to Chris Jericho that AEW hasn't even used him since April. Because they're getting terrible ratings these days. Their ratings are actually down 22 to 30% on average from the previous year. And they'd rather just let the ratings continue to fall than have Chris Jericho on their show. Not even just Chris Jericho. There's so many wrestlers that they don't use on their show that could actually help ratings, but they just have them sit at home for whatever reason, and then they wonder why ratings fall. I'm doing great. Billy rocks. Let's get into the other news. Jerry Lawler apparently announced he's colorblind since his last stroke. I did watch a news interview with him on Memphis. He doesn't look like he's doing too well. He claims he's still going to have one more match, but who knows? Apparently, Dan Housen's contract is running out for whatever that's worth. He had been under AEW contract. They didn't do much with him. Because of that, he was doing independence as well. one of the AEW guys that was still active on the independents. Apparently, he could sign with WWE if they're interested in him. WrestleMania for the first night coming up in April. 35,000 tickets out. 36 tickets out for the second night. 36,000, that is. The place holds about 70,000. And the next year, they're going to be in Saudi Arabia. So, well, you can't call 35-ish thousand bad. That's nothing spectacular. So we'll see what they make the main event for this year. WWE has a house show in Syracuse, New York, January 1st. Only about 2,000 tickets out. There's one of the reasons why they're doing some house shows during the Christmas season. But overall, they're not getting that spectacular crowds. The places are about a quarter full overall. So who knows if they're definitely not going to regularly do house shows, but Christmas week is traditionally their best week for house show ticket sales. So that's why they're bringing it back. But 2,000 people, that's not very much. December 19th was the Raw and SmackDown combined tapings in Grand Rapids, Michigan. 7,000 tickets out in a 13,000 plus seat arena. WBD, again, it looks like they're being sold to Netflix. And Tony Khan's deal with WBD runs out in 2027. It's safe to say that with them dropping on average 22 to 30% a year, and they're hitting all-time lows, Netflix buying WBD is probably not going to get them renewed at the overprice that they're getting now. It'll be interesting to see where they end up. Ring of Honor has never been on TV. I don't really know why they keep the Ring of Honor going. The December 20th AEW tapings at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City, basically an arena where independent shows put on events, had 1,500 tickets out. It can hold 3,500 to 4,000. Paige, a.k.a. Saraya, is back on the indies. Andrade is a free agent now. Apparently, Anderson Silva, who's now 50, wants to become a police officer in Beverly Hills. Jake Paul, as I previously reported, made $92,000 for his fight against Anthony Joshua, who also made around that. But apparently, Anthony Joshua, for his Francis Ngannou Saudi Arabia fight, made $52 million. Sorry, $92 million is what these guys made to have their Netflix fight, and then Joshua made $52 million to knock out Francis Ngannou. So for the top boxers these days, there's huge money. Someone says Ric Flair's health is really bad. Yes, doesn't appear to be very bad. Hello, Mitch Seinfeld. Someone says Jack Kilby has the personality of The Rock outside his house. Yeah, a lot of people found it very disrespectful. Again, Jack Kilby, is a Benedict Arnold of the Hannibal TV. Total turncoat and scumbag. There's this company that a fan counted. They've literally put out 44 negative videos about me. They're so obsessed. They put out 44 videos. And the turncoat Jack Kilby, who has pretty much faded into the oblivion in recent months, decided to do an appearance with them. Brian L. Burson says President Jack Tunney banned the woo mushroom and other fungus-infused energy drinks. Yeah, there's some type of mushroom, like psychedelic-ish something in those energy drinks. Clearly, Ric Flair does not look well these days. So clearly the energy drink, having him as the spokesperson probably didn't help much.